Oh my goodness. Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It's an after supper drift, and I'm just out seeing things. So I didn't plan on breaking out the microphone this early into the drift. I was going to look around, but I mean, I just found for the first time scaly vase chanterelles over there. So I figured I got to stop. I got to power up the mic, and we're going to keep looking. I'm out on a little bit of a purpose drift. My supply of red belts is getting low. So if we could harvest a red belt or two tonight to get in the dehydrator, that'd be great. But if not, that's fine too. I mean, this drift is already complete for me. I've found a mushroom that I've never found before, and just right in front of me, man. Scaly vase chanterelle. So I got some pictures of it. The universe is amazing. So we're going to continue on. Have a look. We're on the other side. So this will probably be an after supper time, the other side drift. I'm going to look for some red belts, see what we see. That's all we're here to do, is to have a look. And might see if I can find a spot. If I find a nice spot back here somewhere, we'll set up and have a coffee. If not, I'm not too far from the mossy spot, so I might head up there after a little bit of exploring down here. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so wow, what a beautiful open spot back here. So we found scaly vase chanterelles back there, right at the very beginning of this drift. We're not deep into this drift. I'm really liking the look of this spot, and even more so because of what I see. There's lots of softwood down in behind this spot, but look at this. I can see them from here. You probably can too. This is crazy. Look at the size of them. Oh, oh man. I can't believe it. So a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, and really good friend, mushroom friend, actually saw these today and showed me a picture, and I was like, oh man, scaly vase chanterelle. So yeah, I googled it to see, like, refresh my memory what they look like and make sure, and sure enough. And now look at what I'm into, man. Look at these guys. Sorry, my knees pop every time I kneel down. Those are beautiful. I get some pictures of these guys. Let's get the whole cluster in a picture. I'm gonna try for a different angle on that. Well, there's a couple more over here. What an amazing looking mushroom. Just beautiful. Wow. There, that might be an alright picture. So cool. Scaly vase chanterelle. So, I'm looking for red belts though. This looks like it might be a good area to find some. I haven't been up this way since spring, over on the other side. And I'm pretty sure I was up there. I see other things. Let's go up the hill a little bit and see what we see. Okay, these are just little mushrooms. Another one there. Big old birch tree up there. Very nice. See mushrooms everywhere. Some more right there. Lots of them around. Not now. Let me see. I gotta fix my microphone. What a great spot. I like it. And there we go. Now I see what we're looking for. I figured I would. This is definitely an off-trail drift. There's no trail in sight. There very rarely is. I'm always off-trail. It's where I'm happiest. So look at this guy. That's a nice red belt there. Let's see how he looks underneath. No, he's no good. He's starting to go bad underneath. I'll leave him. I'm looking for one that's pure white. Like that guy there. He's got some age on him. See some more around here too. He's looking a little old and funny looking on top. I don't know. I think I'll leave him too. I'm being a bit picky with my red belts tonight. This little guy's a nice one. Nice little double. Let's see. Oh, there's something smushy in there. I don't know what that is. Slugs? I think slugs. Moving on. Let's see what else we can see. Like I said, not a big deal if I don't find any red belts. I know multiple spots that I can go check out where I've seen them before. Hopefully the microphone is helping with the brook noise. Like, I'm hoping you can hear it a little bit, but my hope is that it's not very loud. Oh, there's a burl of chaga. Down low, too. And the tree. Tree is alive, so there's a great example of chaga hiding out. Wow, the bark is right in it. Now, there's a lot of debate on chaga and when the most appropriate time to harvest it is. That is definitely chaga. I'm not going to harvest it because I'm of the thinking that it might be better harvested in colder weather, only because I harvested some late in the spring, like mid-March. I harvested some, I dried it in my dehydrator and tried it in a tea, and I got a little bit of a bad belly off it. So I'm gonna wait until I've got lots of chaga that I harvested in the winter anyway, but I'm gonna wait. I've got lots, so I have no need to harvest more. That's just a good example of chaga when you see it. And like I say, I always hear best harvested in the winter months, but I have heard that it doesn't matter when you harvest it. It's just wetter in the summer months. So I don't know. I am no expert. I'm basically just an idiot that really likes mushrooms. Let's keep looking. That big log up there, it's a nice one. And look at how different that fern looks compared to everybody else. That's cool. Check out that cool tree. It's a maple. It's alive. And he's bent. I wonder if that tree was purposely bent. I've seen a few trees along here that were. Sometimes back in the olden times, people used to bend trees and make them property markers. So I wonder if those trees I'm seeing were used in that way. Wow, mighty hemlock right there. So this is a bit of an open area. A few mushrooms on this hillside, but some up there, lactarius, I would say. That's what these guys down here are. Some small different ones. I really like this spot. Wow. Nice big old birch tree there. Very nice. Impressive. I really like this little spot. I'm tucked away. It's a nice few rocks. It's always sketchy being on a hillside, but there's no dead trees right above this spot. Interesting. I think we'll keep moving on, but there's a old pallet that must have washed up here when the brook was running hard at one time. Oh, look at these guys. I'll get a picture of them. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, all this spot is lacking is a nice flat rock. If it had one, like those rocks, just not flat enough for me. Beautiful evening. It was actually 24, 25 degrees before supper. And then right as I was going out the door, it started to rain. And the rain dropped the temperature. And when I got out of the car to start this drift, it was down to 18 degrees. So that's why I'm wearing a sweater. It's the first time I've been in a hoodie since June for sure. So that's kind of nice. My hood's helping keep bugs off me. Oh, there's somebody's home right there. I hope nobody's home. I don't see any trails. Nice little house there. Very nice. Let's move down here a little bit further. I've seen a couple places that I could get back across the brook if I wanted to. Since I've been down here. And I'm actually at a spot that I could cross again. But I'd really love to find just a nice little spot to set up and have a coffee. I thought I just heard something. Don't see anything. I really hope my mic's working good. Look at this. He's all chewed up. A lot of these boletes and lechinums and swillis, I don't really know what they are. I know I like them. And I know I want to know what they are. But mushroom knowledge is slow to gain. I mean, this year it's been faster than ever before due to the great abundance of mushrooms everywhere. Man, I like this spot right here. Is there enough small trees around for me to get a coffee going? Yeah, I think so. Let's go a little bit further. Maybe we'll come back to this spot. And the spot appears that I could cross the brook here too. Oh, and remind myself I'm looking for red belts too. Not, wow, who am I kidding? I'm looking for whatever the universe wants to show me. That's what this is all about. Well, sir, let me check. Sorry if that volume keeps getting loud. I keep checking to make sure the mic is on. There's a little tiny thing right there. That's not what I'm well certain about, though. I see some things right over here. Amazing. This year for mushrooms has been just like this. Like you see a picture of something, and then you go out in the woods and you actually see what you saw the picture of. More scaly vase. I get another picture of those guys. I really like this guy all by himself. Let's get a picture of him with the brook. And these guys. Just move that stick and grab a picture of these guys. And I see other weird ones back there. No, I try not to fall over. Cool. So cool. You guys have a look at those guys up close. Aren't they amazing? Scaly vase chanterelle. If you Google that, then you'll find what you're looking for. Now, I saw something else on the way over here. It looked like something I maybe had never seen before. Where did it go? I'm sure I saw 2 mushrooms. Oh, here they are. 3 mushrooms. And I'm a little bit... I've never seen these before. I know that. Let's get over here and have a look. See if we can get a picture. Sorry, trees, for barging around. You young fellas don't mind. You're nice and bendy. Hold my staff there, please. Oh, hit the wrong button. Look at these. Get a picture. I meant to take a picture and stop the video. I've never seen these before. They are large. Quite tall. Amazing. Just amazing. So let's continue on our way a little bit further. Not too much further, I don't think. I'm getting a hankering for a coffee, and I've seen lots of good spots to stop now. So yeah, I think this will be a good spot to set up. I'll go set up right here somewhere. Far enough from the trail. I don't think anybody's gonna see me. Yeah, this will do just fine. Let's get a coffee on. Just taking some time. Now that I've found a spot, like I'm sure there's a million spots I could set up and have a coffee, but this is the one I'm choosing. And just take a minute to survey around. Make sure there's no huge hornet nests right beside me. I just got a video today of a large hornet nest very close to the ground. Look, I got birch bark right there. This is gonna be, I brought everything I need to get a coffee going, but it's a bit of a special treat because it's been a while. So let's get set up. Okay, let's get set up. This kindly tree back here volunteered to hold my stuff for me. So, got my cup. Well, first thing I might as well set up. I'm not going to need it right away, but my trusty dollar store stool is a great thing. I just put him there. I'll adjust the camera once I get stuff over here. I'm going to set up right beside the brook. Why not? I got my mug, my pan, my baking dish, and I got my Ohuhu stove. I'm thinking I'm going to put this stuff right here. So, we need some sticks and whatnot too. I don't think there's, oh, my water, my thermos and my canteen cup. Gonna need that to make coffee. Oh, and one more thing, I need my pour over device too. He's in my front pocket. Pour over device. Hopefully I have my, yes I do, it's in this pocket. Haha. I got my fire lighting kit and I got gloves this time. If you're gonna play with fire, you should always bring gloves. Lesson learned. Okay, I've got all my stuff laid out. Now I'm gonna go get me some sticks because we're not under a burn ban and it's a nice evening. I'm gonna have a fire to get my coffee. Now I've got my saw. This saw is just a El Cheapo world famous saw, 21 bucks or so at your local Home Hardware. Great little tool. Up until I had this one, every little hand saw I had I struggled with. I couldn't cut nothing with it. Since I got this one, no problem. I'm cutting like a pro. Love it. I don't think I'm going to need it for most of what I need here. These branches are pretty damp. Go for very fine stuff, I guess. And I just need enough to stuff the Ohuhu stove. And for a change, I didn't bring an alternative source of fuel. So let's get the Ohuhu stove assembled before we get too deep here. Now I'm going to put this somewhere I won't lose it. Right on the tree with my bag. Thank you again, tree. Very nice of you. And yeah, let's bring you in a bit closer so you can see. Okay, here we go. Let's assemble this stove really quickly. So that's the bottom part of the stove. That's the middle part. That's the top. We don't need the top on yet. And something I'm doing differently, I've got crossbars because I have a canteen cup. And canteen cup doesn't love sitting on top of this. So I brought crossbars that came off a canned heat or heat cooking, like canned heat cooking stuff. It's only like $9 at Home Hardware. And I just took the crossbars that came with that. They fit very nicely over the Ohuhu stove. So, but that's for a minute. Let's keep this stuff moving. Yeah. Water pretty jam full of sticks. So I'm just gonna grab whatever's around me here. Bye, everything's pretty wet. I don't know about this. I'm just grabbing like whatever I can grab off in my hand. Oh, everything feels pretty wet. I don't know about this at all. Hopefully I can get a fire going here. The one time I didn't bring my methyl hydrate stove, and it rained right before I got out. I'm not giving up. Let's see what happens. All these little understory branches, you can use all those. They're dead anyway. They're not getting any light. These ones seem nice and dry. I'm not going to need too many more, I don't think. Hear a vehicle going, but this will be a good time to see how well I can see them and they can see me. Hopefully not at all. Sounds pretty close. You can just barely see the vehicle going. Not really at all. Nope, good. Perfect. Okay. Man, that stuff's damp. I don't know if that's going to go or not. This stuff I think will. It broke down fine enough. Now, we got this stuff. Let's get, I go over here and grab a bit of birch bark as well to go with this. Maybe I can get a couple bigger sticks. There's a birch bark tree right there. Ooh, what are you jumping around for? There we go. Let's get a couple little handfuls of that. I'm not really sure of the range on these mics, so hopefully I'm not out of range. Well, that birch bark's right wet too. It should still burn. Thank you, birch tree. The resources you provide me are invaluable. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Now, that stuff's a little damp too, but I'm gonna crush it up in my hands. Because, oh man, I have to admit too, This could be a complete fail, but unfortunately I didn't bring a lighter this time either. Oh yes I did. There's a lighter in my fire kit. I'm wrong. So now I want to get this ball of birch bark in here too. Let's get everything kind of stuffed in. Like that. And hope that this is going to work. That might be all too tight. I don't know. I'm just going to use my gloves to kneel on for a second. And where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this right about here, I guess. Somewhere pretty flat. My cone is on the ground. So, in my fire kit, I have some of my little homemade fire starters. So these are the wax paper, cotton ball, soaked in Vaseline, rolled up with a piece of Gorilla Tape holding it all together. I just want to fluff this up some. So that's going to be stuck out. And then I'm just going to drive my finger in the center of this so I can get this right in the middle. That's looking pretty good. Now, pressure's on. I can't believe. Oh no, I said I got a lighter there. Anyway, pressure's still on. I want to get really good at using my ferro rod. So now I'm going to pause you guys. I'm going to take the saw and see if I can get some bigger sticks. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to grab my kneeling pad. So I'm going to have to do some kneeling. I don't have a whole lot of confidence. Maybe if I can get this little fire going, maybe this will work. I got my cup over here. That's all I need of that. Everything's in my cup that I need. I got my canteen cup right here. I'm not going to be able to start cooking on this right off the bat. Am I? Maybe. If I can get this on without too much trouble. No. I gotta get all my sticks in here in order for this to want to work. There we go. That's not bad. Now, where's my... There we go. There's my cotton ball. So, let's see. Oops, spilling everything. I do have zip fire starters in there and a lighter in there. I was kind of panicking because I didn't have a lighter in my pocket, but I got a lighter in my fire kit at all times. So, let's see. Let's see if we can get this going. Got my ferro rod, my great big old ferro rod that I just got for my birthday. I'm still figuring out best ways to use this. Look at that, second throw, I got it. Beauty. Now ferro rod goes right back in your fire kit. Look at that, that's beautiful. It can go there. This stuff can go here. Get my crossbars ready. Right there. And I gotta get my canteen ready. Hopefully that gets enough heat going that it'll actually go really nice. It should. I'm just making a mug of coffee, so I don't need a ton of water. It's gasifying. I can see flame coming up around the sides pretty nicely. That bundle of birch bark is not helping me here. Yeah, let's see if I can get my chair set up. Right about here, I guess. Let me reposition you guys. Oh yeah, that looks great. There we go. Looks like things are working. It's really cool. My $3 stool. Crossbars are almost ready to go on. Almost. That guy's... There we go. There we go. I think I got it now. Poke some more holes in there. I don't know how many loads of wood this would take. It's going to take to boil my water, but let's see. There we go. Water's on. Now let's work on getting coffee ready. Man, I can't think of anything more I could say about this Ohuhu stove other than it is awesome. I love it. I'm getting flame right on my handles. And I don't think it's going to take a horribly long time to boil some water in that. I've got my collapsible silicone coffee dripper. I've tried that out at the beach. This is its first time out in the woods. Inside my cup, I got my collapsible spoon, because I did bring a little bit of sugar today. I got coffee in this mint tin. I got sugar in this mint tin, because why not? I do take sugar in my coffee. So I got my coffee filter in there too. I got a mosquito biting my baby finger. So I'm just shoving that coffee filter in however it wants to go. There we go. That's just going to sit right on top of there. And which gloves am I kneeling on? The right one, of course. There we go. But I heard something. Well, that's doing great. Man, it would be pretty impressive to me if I only had to load that stove once to boil off a canteen of water. That would be really cool. I'll bring these over for a little bit of a closer look at that. Wow, that's the stove really. I've used a lot of different stuff in it, and I haven't always used it the way you're supposed to, but when you throw sticks in this stove, it just goes, man. That is awesome. Look at it going. So cool. You can see the sun on the treetops. Wow. I'm going to bring you closer to have a look at that. Look at the stove go. Just a sec, I'll move that cup. That wood was damp too. Every stick I put in there was pretty damp. You can see it gasifying. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Let's keep our water on because it doesn't look like there's a lot of fuel left in it, but my water's already bubbling. That's cool. Very cool. Make sure you guys can see the river pretty good. Make sure my stove's always starting to go out and he didn't quite boil. Let's get some more sticks in them. See if we can bring them back. Be careful not to touch anything that's super hot here. Oops. That was really close to being to a boil. There we go. Get my crosshairs back on here and see if we can get them to a boil. I can probably stuff a few little sticks in the sides here, maybe. It's going. Come on. Boil for me, baby. There it comes. It's coming back now. I think that's going to be enough to do it. Yeah, starting to boil there now. I don't really mind if I don't get... Whew, I gotta move. I'm getting smoked out. Excuse me. Let's try this. Okay, let's get my coffee in the cup. Oh yeah, we're coming on boil there now. Whew, a little bit intense there, getting... Almost lost the fire in it. Didn't quite bring the water to a boil. So I need a little bit more there. A little bit more sticks to get that going. What a great spot. What a great evening. Now if I lift that again. Yeah, I got bubbles popping off the bottom right now. Oh yeah, I can feel it wanting to rock and roll in the cup. I'm gonna let that hit a boil though. That's up to a boil. Perfect. Yeah, let's get some coffee poured. Okay, here we go. So, I'm not gonna need my stool here for a second. I don't think. I'm gonna kneel on this glove. There we go, that stove's waning off again. But you saw my water came to a nice boil. Just gonna wet the grounds first, get them started, and then I'll finish it off. There we go. I'm gonna have to watch because I didn't put a measured amount in this. So I'm gonna have to keep checking it to make sure I'm not putting too much. That's crazy, that stove's almost completely out now. Okay, I don't quite have half a cup there. Handles on my canteen cup are cool. That's awesome. Don't want to overflow my filter. Been there, done that. That's going to be close to it once that fills. Oh, I got to put that stove is down to ash. Put my saw back in my bag so I don't lose nothing. Now, how's this doing? A little bit more. I might have got just about the right amount in that. See how that does. Actually, I should have left that off because I'm going to put this guy here on that. Okay, that looks good to me. Put that guy there so you can finish draining into that. Those guys are going back in my cup when I'm done. Let's add some sugar. Just a bit of sugar. Nothing too crazy. There. There we go. Coffee is on. The little stove's almost completely out. Coffee is spinning in the mud. How nice. That double wall cup is nice. The cup doesn't get crazy hot. Ooh. Taste test time. Not bad. Could use a little bit more sugar. I'm gonna add that little wee bit more sugar. Oh, that was a little bit more than I intended. That's all right. There we go. That's perfect. I'm gonna set this. That's good. I'm just gonna sit here, have my cup of coffee. Tuesday night relaxing. Must be a squirrel or something behind me. I keep hearing something. Don't know what. I know that there is a small bear in the area, but because I've seen sign of him, that he's black bear. Black bears aren't going to bother you. They ain't got time for you. They're busy fattening up for winter. Oh. Oh. What a great spot. Pretty sure when I'm done here, I just cut straight through there and I'll be back at the trail, real close to my car, and away I go. I'll let that coffee cool down a bit. It's still a bit hot. Something about sitting out here like this, it's just awesome. Now, while my coffee is cooling, I can get most of my stuff packed away. And while that Ohuhu stove is cooling off, my canteen cup's got some leaves stuck to him. Throw an elastic over him, make him stay put. These guys have to wait till my cup is empty. This has to wait till my cup is empty. That's just my compost. And yes, I will definitely be taking my compost out with me. I'm not leaving that in the woods. It don't belong here. I'll take my kneeling board. Leave my gloves there for now. So canteen can go in. My kneel board can go in. My collapsible coffee dripper can go in. And my fire kit can go in. I already put my saw back. Got everything else back. Got my handheld Gorilla Pod there. We're good. Oh, I might as well throw this on. I'm not going to use my little dollar store stool. My $3 stool. I don't know, probably made for kids, but it works really good. So it's light. Costs next to nothing. So I use it all the time. I think I'll put my tripod on that side. So I'll put this on this side. Microphone's still going. Hopefully, from what I can tell. Oh, this sounds like a helicopter. No, it's a four-wheeler going. Tiny, tiny couple pieces of red ash in there now. Hopefully as well, man, that's good coffee. Hopefully my video will upload in decent quality. I have to apologize for quite a few videos. I didn't realize that YouTube had an auto setting that was uploading all my videos in 360p. So if you noticed really, really poor quality video, I apologize, man. I didn't really understand what I was doing. Still don't really. But I think I got it figured out, so the video should be in a lot higher quality, I hope. So I just wanted to mention that. I put a good little bit of effort into doing this, and I love doing it. It's my jam. I love self-recording yourself out doing stuff. Be it bushcraft or whatever, right? Anything I find interesting. Nature, mushrooms, whatever. Being outside. But it is my intention to put the best quality videos on YouTube as I can. And I was disappointed to see all those videos went up in 360p. So anyway, fun is fun, but done is done. Hopefully moving forward, my videos will be a higher quality. Hopefully, as I learn and grow with my mic, that'll help the audio. There's still going to be times that I don't use the mic because I really like capturing the sounds of the forest too, right? So anyway, just thought I'd mention that stuff. Let's sit and enjoy my coffee. Coffee I'm drinking is Folgers Intensely Dark. It's what was on sale. clouds must have broke up some. The light coming through the trees right now, that evening light, it's magic, man. Really cool. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's something to see for sure. I almost got my coffee gone. I'm gonna pack up. I'm not sure if I want to cross here or go back upstream a ways and cross. I don't know how much bushwhacking I'm gonna get into over there, because there's a good bit of distance between that side of the brook and the road. Is an old back road, right? Gravel road, dirt road, not even a trail. Trail anyway. Let's call it a trail. It's mostly alder, I know that. I think I can get through it, but I still got lots of light left, so I might head back upstream, cross further up closer to the car. We'll see. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, so I'm all done my coffee. It was absolutely gorgeous. Lovely bit of time there. And my Ohuhu stove is completely cold. There is no heat there at all. All that's left is this tiny little pile of sticks. Nice. That guy's not cold, not hot. So I'm going to put my crossbars right inside my stuff sack for the Ohuhu stove. And then Ohuhu stove goes in. I didn't bring the bowl for solid fuel or the grill because I wasn't going to be needing it, so why carry it? And there we go. Ohuhu stove is ready to go. My little bit of ashes. There's no heat there, none whatsoever. I will take just in case. Just because I think it might be a good idea, actually. Since the brook's right here, why not just pour some water over those ashes too? It's not like anything's going to burn, but why take chances? So now, my coffee, boom, right in the cup. Compost. My folding spoon goes in there, and my 2 mint tins go in there. And then my lid, which I don't usually use for when I have coffee, I use it just to seal this up while it's in my pack. There we go. Packed and ready to go. Throw this in the bag and we'll get moving. Okay, guys, we're ready to head out. I'm all packed up. I just got to throw the tripod on and we're gone. What a great drift. Tuesday night after supper drift. Beautiful. Great cup of coffee in the brook, beside the brook, with my feet in the brook. Scaly vase chanterelles right off the bat, man. First few steps in, like really. So it's the Tuesday night drift to the other side after supper. Wow, amazing. I've never ever come out here and I'm not amazed, right? I love doing this stuff. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll join me on the next one. If you could, hit the like button on this video. I would really appreciate it. It helps circulate my channel to new viewers. And like I say, I really hope to see you on the next one. And remember, you never find nothing if you don't go look. Bye for now, guys. I'm going to try getting across right here. right where I had my coffee, because as it's getting darker, I can't really see under the water like I could earlier. So I'll just kind of feel my way across here. Don't think it's too deep. That spot might be a little bit. Let's work our way down this way some. Ooh, that spot's close. Oh, that's close to over. If I go over my boots, I'm just gonna go for it. I think I'm okay though. Yep, no, I'm coming up. There we go. Ooh, that's close. I'm tippy toes there. Is that gonna get deeper or more shallow? More shallow up here. If I can make it back across, I'll be doing good. It's the last time I crossed this brook. Whoa, that's close. Last time I crossed this brook, I went home with wet boots. I'm going for it. There we go. Well, it was deeper than I thought, but I did not fill my boot. Beautiful. Just a little wet, no biggie. Now, let's get out of here. I think the trail's right there.